up, everybody? Hey, welcome back. I am Coach Whitney.
Hey, y'all know me by now. I'm trainer Travis.
And we co-own Lifeaddictsstudio in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It is
Yes,
a semi-private fitness facility where we help high performers live their most active, energetic, vibrant lives. And we help them do that by simplifying healthy living. And so this right here, what you're watching or listening to is our take on life. Okay.
Hey, but before we even get started with the main topic, welcome to our new setup. I know y'all like, dang, already? Y'all already got a new setup? Yeah. So if anybody know me, I'm big on really getting the full look of what I was going for. And I had multiple different visions for how it was going to look and all this. We bought a backdrop that looked like we were on a sky rise. We bought a backdrop that had like books on it and all that, but it just still wasn't vibing the way that we wanted it to. And then we did, as you've seen on the previous episodes, it was just white. And we was like, man, we still need something. And one of my mentors out of Ohio, I saw a picture of what he did, and I was like, you know what? I like that. I like that idea. So in my own fashion, I still created what I saw. So he gave me a good, just a good thing to go off of, and I created my own from what I saw, and I love it. I love it to the way the lights is hitting, where you can see the purple, the blue, and then you got a nice little shining light right here. So yes, I am happy that we have officially been able to create in a short amount of time really what we're looking for. So everything is already set up. All we gotta come in here and do is press record, and that feels so good. I don't have to keep setting up and tearing down. Like, yeah, that takes a lot of time. So yeah, now we got more time to just talk.
Exactly. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. We got the colors, the purple and the blue. Y'all see what we did there with that? Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. We're really excited to be able to just bring you guys more content, have more conversations, all that good stuff. We appreciate everybody so far that has subscribed on YouTube.
Oh, but if you are watching and you did not subscribe, this is your perfect opportunity to subscribe. Hit that bell so you know exactly when we are posting things or when we're going live. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just had to go ahead and say it because we want to make sure you guys are subscribing.
Yes. And if you prefer not to watch but you want to listen, we also have
we got a podcast.
Podcast.
What?
We've got a podcast, y'all. I know. We have this thing where we can't do stuff small. It's just not how it is with us, but we always put in a lot of elbow grease and a lot of hard work with what we're doing. So it is challenging. It's a lot of steps, but we're making it happen. With the grace of God, we're making it happen. So if you do prefer to listen versus watch, go ahead and check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's Our Take on Life. And if you're like, I can't find it, just go to the link in our bio on Instagram, and everything is right there for you. It's super easy. Just click the button.
And it'll be on YouTube too.
Yes, it is on YouTube.
In the description.
Yes. So it's gonna be everywhere,
yeah,
so you can find the link, okay? And then we're gonna promo it every single week because that's what you do, right? You promote every single week to make sure that you guys don't miss out on the great conversations.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all ready? So as you can see, today is a duo solo.
No, we just talking.
It's just us.
Yeah.
You see, we don't got no guests, okay? It's just us. So we're going to be talking today on one of the topics that we've written down. We've written down so many topics over the years of just conversations that we want to have. And we were like, well, why talk about it between just the two of us? Why not bring you guys in on the conversation?
You know what? You just said over the years. I want to say it's March 17th. I got to double check. But I have been a certified trainer for 9 years, but have been training for well over 9 years. But yeah.
That's crazy.
So over the years, over 9 years worth of stuff, of being intentional about writing things down and just the different things that has been just taking place as a trainer. Yeah. That's 9 years. I'm
that's
almost
a
about.
fourth grader.
Yeah. Ooh. I know for some people, be like, that's not a long time, but that is well over thousands of people that we've seen, from schools to being at the multiple different colleges, to my own personal clients, to boot camp classes, to fitness classes. We've seen well over 2,000 people. Actually, yeah, because when we did the what was that one thing that we did with the youth, wasn't that over 15 youth right there?
It was, I think it was 1,200 ish, but we did it multiple years. So
and multiple different kids.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this. We definitely have a big resume. The resume is huge.
We're grateful for that, because it takes a different level of grace and a different level of just resilience to be in a business where you work with people. Not because it's a bad thing, but just because people are people. Every single person is a human being, and we see them as human beings. And so to interact with people and not just, oh, they're another number or another person in a class, but to really engage, we're big on engagement. To do that consistently over 9 years, it takes a lot of energy. And, so we're just grateful that we've had the grace to be able to do it this long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, and we done seen some stuff, heard some stuff, learned some stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to learn from what we done learned? Or engage in the conversation? Because we got a lot to say.
Yes,
we got a lot to say.
And without just saying we have a lot to say, we want to help you guys understand some things, because there's a lot of, I guess I want to say, people have their own thoughts about what a trainer is, what a fitness coach is. Some people have had very bad experience. Some people have had great experience. But I think in the midst of all that, there are still these little bits and pieces that people really don't understand. And I think, our take on life is definitely going to help you guys open your perspective. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so today, the perspective that we're talking about is something that we get all the time when we do our discovery calls, when people call in and they're like, this is what I'm looking for. This is the area that I need. This is the area that I need.
Yes.
Keep that in the forefront of your mind as we're talking. They talk about accountability all the time. Just about every call that I've taken, and I've done hundreds of discovery calls at this point.
Yes.
100 or more, I don't know. But everybody, for the most part.
I would say even before you was doing discovery calls and I was physically sitting down with each person doing consultation, yes. What you're about to say is exactly what a lot of people say.
Everybody says, I need accountability. I need accountability.
Woo!
And something that we learned here in the past couple years is on these calls, I've started to ask people, well, what does that look like for you? What does accountability look like for you? Because just like love is different for everybody, and people say I need love, but the way you define love and the way someone else defines love and what it looks like to receive and give that could be completely different based on your experiences. It's the same thing with accountability.
Yeah, I mean, then I think even with that, it's like some people choose or say the word accountability. Some of them don't even understand what that even really seriously means until you really start holding them accountable. Then next thing you know, then they're ghosting you. Or some people, they're ghosting you. Then they put more responsibility on you instead of them taking ownership of it. This is a huge topic. This might have to be like 5 episodes.
Oh Lord. So what we want to talk about with accountability, and we're gonna bounce some questions off each other and just dialogue a little bit, but what does accountability look like from your coach, from your trainer? When you say, I would like accountability, I need accountability, what does that look like? And what does that look like here with us at Life Addicts? Because a lot of people think that it means we're going to be like, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. That's not what accountability is.
Not at all.
Something that we
talk
about.
That's not even what coaching is.
That's like dictatorship and stuff. You don't want a dictator running your life. You don't want a
Because people always want to have choices, and if you telling me don't do this, then typically they're gonna do the opposite.
Absolutely, you're gonna do what you. We have a natural this natural desire to resist, right? When we're kids, we resist. When we're adults, we resist. It's just a thing. We want to do what we want to do.
Right. It's like the analogy that our parents used to use. Some of y'all parents probably use that same thing. Is we tell you not to touch the fire, but then you slowly want to touch the fire and say, "Do it really burn?" I mean, I saw it burning that candle wick. I saw it light up that firework and all that, and it went boom. But I still want to just touch it and see for myself. And you get burned, and you're like, "Oh, I guess it is hot." My parents are trying to warn you about that.
It's unfortunate, but that's just the way some people learn, and that's okay. But we just want to be very clear about what accountability looks like here. When you are a high-performing individual, it's already kind of this expectation of like, you don't want somebody else telling you what to do. It's just a natural resilience. So then how do you come to a space where you want to coach and you're asking, hey, can I have accountability? But internally, you're already like, listen, I work here. I'm the boss of these people, the manager of these people. I supervise this. I lead my home. I'm an executive here. Or I do this here. I do this there. You're usually the one that's giving the leadership in that capacity. And so when you come to a place like Life Addicts and you're like, hey, I would like accountability, there is a level of rewiring that has to take place. And what we always talk about is, well, accountability starts with you. There's a level of self-accountability. Like, you have to make a commitment first that you're going to fight through that internal resistance and actually receive the coaching on the other end. And a part of that is, especially here, because it's holistic at Life Addicts, we're about the whole person. Accountability isn't just in the workout. You did a great job. You didn't change this, adjust this, move that. Accountability starts with, are you getting here on time? Like, are you preparing what you need to prepare in advance to make sure that you are ready to get in the car in enough time to get in the doors, in enough time to change your shoes, and enough time to be able to be in the studio before the timer goes off? Not coming to the door 5 minutes after the session starts.
Correct. Because I think the thing that people have to understand, even with that concept, is, at least here, I can just talk about me and the trainers that's here at Life Addicts, we plan everything out to a T. So from the time so if you're a 5:30 or 6:30 person, or whichever your time is, at that time we're starting our warm-ups, because we here believe that warming up, getting your body nice and loose, working on mobility is very important before you actually go into the workout. Now, we don't just stretch, because we don't believe in cold stretching. So we really do some warm-ups and all that kind of stuff, because then as soon as the warm-up is done, we explain what the exercises is going to be, and then we go through it until the cool down come, which is about 5 to 10 minutes at the end. So then now all of that you just did, we can bring it all the way down. We can foam roll. We can do some more mobility drills, stretches. So then you maximize the whole 45 minutes that you are scheduled for. 45 minutes or an hour, whichever one that we're doing at that time, because we really look at warm-up as being one of the most important parts of the exercise, and then we get into the exercise. So, yeah.
I think it goes, and I think I talk so much about just like beliefs, our belief system, and like what we've decided that we want to prioritize, and something that I think about when it comes to how you show up for yourself. Again, accountability. It's not just me. We're not the magicians here where you come and you're like, okay, we're just going to solve all of your fitness problems. And I think we talked about that in a prior episode with Dr. Denny. Like, that's not how it works. Coaches are here to say, okay, you have the absolute ability and capacity to create the change you want to see in your life. You've got that. What we're doing is walking alongside you on that journey. But if you decide you're going to stop walking because you don't want to follow a particular thing that's in place to ensure that you're getting everything that you need, we can't reach back, grab your hand, and drag you along the journey. That's just not what it is. And so part of it is like, how are you showing up for the commitment that you made to yourself? And a lot of times we don't know how to do that. We know how to show up for the commitments we make externally. We know how to show up when we have a doctor's appointment, because we know if we're late to that, we still gonna have to pay, and insurance isn't gonna cover that whole situation because we were late. So you show up. You show up to your appointments at work, right? You have an appointed time to be there, because you know you don't show up on time, your pay is gonna get docked, or you may get written up, or there may be some type of repercussion. But when it comes to ourselves and taking care of ourselves and showing up for ourselves, again, accountability, self-accountability, we'll be like, oh, that's okay, or that's not as important, or ooh, let me buck up against the rules because there should be an exception made for me because this, that, or the other. But like, how can we create not just accountability, but like this resilience about ourselves where we're like, I matter too. Like, I matter too. This is an appointment for me. Like, I'm showing up because I need this, and I said I wanted this. That's the first step for accountability before you try and get anybody to tell you what to do.
I mean, I think it's because at the end of the day, you as the client or you as the person who's potentially looking to get a trainer or a coach, you are first taking that initial step. Like, yeah, I can market and say I'm this, I'm that. You can hear it from other clients, but you are the one who set up the call. You are the one who said that, you know, I can't do this on my own. I do need some guidance. I do need some help. So then once you have already did that, then now we are just walking together. So it's not that any trainer should not really be doing 100% of the work and you just watching. Because at the end of the day, for most trainers, you're only able to be with them for about an hour at most. Then you guys are distant. So then that means in 24 hours, you have 1 hour with your trainer, 23 hours by yourself. Like, your trainer can give you the guidance on, hey, when you're at this restaurant or that restaurant, you know, choose more this option over this option because of X, Y, and Z. It's on you to actually be like, okay, he gave me, or he or she gave me this information, and you know what? Yep, they're not here, but I am going to choose the healthier option. But what tends to happen is when you're not choosing the right options and all that, you can't put that blame on trainers, because we're giving you the information, but we're not able to be with you, or when you're at the store to instantly call us and be like, hey, should I get this or should I get that? As a real good trainer, you should already have the information that you need. Well, as a client, the trainer should give you, should give you all the information that you need to make the right choices, or to make better choices. But at the end of the day, it's still up to you. If we're doing this together, I have 100% stake in it, you have 100% stake in it, 200%, we're going at this together. So we have to be able to understand that and not just always look at, well, I didn't get my results, so that must be a bad trainer. No, because if you working out tough, then that means you're eating. It means your habits gotta change. That means you have to deny a few more things. You have to let go of that sugar demon. You gotta let go of that salt demon. Yes, I'll just stay there because I really need y'all to understand, just from a trainer's perspective, like, we can give you the tools, but it's up to you to actually be like, you know what, I'm about to take that tool and I'm about to tighten that up. Ooh, I need a couple of nails in there. I'm gonna get that hammer, like, just so you can understand that we're giving you the tool set. Yeah. But you can't just let the tool set sit on your table and you just keep walking past it every day, and then you get mad at the trainer because, ooh, I haven't lost my 5 pounds yet, so I don't think this is working. It could work if you pick up that tool set that's been sitting on your kitchen counter ever since you started 6 months ago.
Well, this popped up in my mind as you were talking.
Did I do that good?
You did. High five.
Okay.
Boom.
Because I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to be like, ugh, but I need people to understand that it's really like there's only so much that we can do as trainers. We're not with a person 24 hours, 7 days a week.
I'm gonna try not to lose this thought because that made me think of something else. Okay, so you might have to say that again if I can't remember. If you can remember. What I can't remember. So one thought, based on what he was saying, is you have to be an aggressive contributor to your journey. And a lot of times we try to make accountability a passive thing. Like we try to be passive about it and just think, okay, well, if I can do the bare minimum of what's required, then I'm supposed to get these amazing results. And then like Travis was saying, if it doesn't happen, then it's okay, well, either it's the trainer's fault for not working magic, or it's the wrong trainer. So let me go to another trainer, and then another trainer, and then another trainer, and then another trainer. Not realizing the common denominator is your being passive about your experience and your contribution to your own health. And I think that's a really big issue because what it does is it brings down your overall self-efficacy, or your thinking that you can actually do this hard thing that you want to do. You can do it, but you can't do it passively. You have to be an aggressive contributor to your own journey. It's not just something that is just going to happen overnight just because, and I know that one of the issues with that is media and what's portrayed and what we're seeing all the time on Instagram, and we're seeing these quote unquote perfect bodies and you know, I want this, I want that, I want that, so well, let me just go, nope, not gonna go there, let me just go get a quick fix and try and figure it out, or this, that, and the other, and why isn't this happening, and all this stuff. The foundation at the bottom of that wavy house is passivity. Being passive about it and not saying, okay, I need to get aggressive about this thing. And we're not saying that you can't go to your trainer or your coach and say, listen, now I've been doing actually everything that you asked. Yes, I've been doing the program and I've been doing this and it's not working. How can I make some adjustments? That's aggressive contribution.
Yes, because then in that instance, that means now as the client and the trainer, then now we would look at other nuances. So we would do a food journal. Okay, so it looks like you're actually getting too many calories on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then on Saturdays you're eating dinner that you really shouldn't be eating. So then we can adjust that, or we can adjust more of how you're working out with us. So maybe you need just a little bit more cardio, or maybe sometimes, and Whitney can kind of talk about this, sometimes it's not that you're not doing the right thing. Sometimes it's that you may have a gut situation where we actually have to reshape that. I mean, I guess you can talk more about that and all the knowledge you have about gut health.
Well, and I'm still learning about gut health, but just from a holistic nutrition perspective, if your gut, your digestive system is jacked up from all of the foods that you've been eating that maybe weren't healthy over these decades of years, tens and tens of years. Probably didn't say that right, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, you can decide, okay, well, now I want to eat healthy and I want to do all this great stuff, but if you're having issues in your gut and that hasn't been healed, those nutrients aren't necessarily doing what they need to be doing. So you may need to see, a naturopathic doctor. You may need to see, someone that can actually help you heal your gut, or, someone certified in being able to do that. That's their specialty, in order for you to start seeing some results. So there could be some underlying issues. But again, that takes somebody saying, okay, I'm an aggressive contributor to my journey, and I'm not just going to sit here and say, oh, that didn't work.
Yes.
Let me just give up. Let me just quit. Like, you can, but if this matters to you, if life matters to you, and being able to live an active, energetic, vibrant, healthy life for a long period of time, being able to do all that you can do. And sometimes there are things that are out of our control that we can't, right. But a lot of times we don't do all that we can do. And this is about doing all that you can do. Accountability is doing all that you can do, not trying to get somebody else to do it for you.
Oh, yeah. Let's just let it breathe for a little bit. I know y'all taking notes. Hopefully you are. If everything is sounding good to you, just put a comment down below. Just interact with us. Even if you have any questions based on what you just heard, just write it because we want to really help connect with you guys. Like, honestly, we're gonna let that settle a little bit.
Y'all all right? I hope y'all all right. I hope it's okay. How about this? I hope you all right, but I hope you not too. Like, if that's pricking something and you're like, you know what? I've been really passive about my health. I've been putting more responsibility on these coaches and trainers than is actually in their wheelhouse. Like, they're the expert, but this is my life, right? Okay, maybe I need to do something. Like, if it's pricking you in that kind of way, then I hope you're not all right, because I want you to be all right, which means you got to get aggressive. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I had so much other stuff I was gonna say, but I think we just gotta stop right there.
All right,
I think we have to come back.
Let it settle.
Because I guess I'll keep it. You see, I'm trying to bring my tones down.
Maybe we'll do another.
I'm trying to bring it down. But I think the last thing I want, just because I'm a visual person, I just want you guys to look at it like this. For the people who have got degrees or anything like that, just even think about that. You didn't just wake up one day and then in a week had a doctorate degree, had a master's degree, had a bachelor's degree, or even associate's degree. Like, it just didn't just happen like that. You had to first make up in your mind, for some people, what you actually want to go to school for. That was the first step. Then finding the right college. That was the second step. Then the third step was making sure you found what right finances to be able to support that. Then to actually schedule your classes and actually show up for your classes. So even if you look at that type of approach with your own health, like, just look at how it took time to get that degree. So just like it's going to take time for you to get healthier, it's going to take time for you to reach those goals. Like, enjoy the process and enjoy the journey. Like, we're going to be interviewing some of our clients who had to enjoy the journey, and the journey, like I was just telling one client literally on Thursday, like, the journey is literally where champions are made. Like, yes, it's good to get to that designation and you're like, man, this is rewarding, but still that journey is where you really built that strength. That journey is where you was able to say no to things that you normally would say yes to. Like, so that's where champions are really made, in that journey. So don't just try to skip. Like, really just take that journey and just enjoy the process. But that's it. Enjoy the process. Y'all got this. Don't forget, y'all, though. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And then don't forget, we got the podcast. So if you want to hear this again, go ahead. You can listen to it on the podcast, or you can listen to it again on YouTube. So then we can get some more views and view time and all that good stuff. But that's all I got. You got anything else?
That's all I got, y'all. Be healthy, live healthy, get aggressive. That's all I got. Get aggressive, all right? Mm-hmm. With yourself, not your trainers.
Yeah. I mean, I can take it, but...
I know you can take it, but I'm just saying, it's unnecessary aggression.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they had you holding like a 3-minute wall sit. I've never done that.
I hope not. That's horrible.
But that's it, y'all. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And share, like, let people know about our take on life. All right? That's it. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe.